Hello, good evening. We start tonight with claims that some people in Wales with learning difficulties are being locked up in hospitals rather than supported in their communities. Campaigners say a shortage of appropriate housing and support for people with autism and learning disabilities means some are being separated from their families. The Stolen Lives group launched a petition outside the Senedd today and say people with disabilities had always a forgotten group. The Welsh Government denies people are being held inappropriately. Our health reporter Katie Fenton has the story.
That's the new bike he had during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Janice and Matthew are proud parents. They tell me their son William is bright, fun, courteous. He also has autism and learning disabilities, which in 2019 saw him living in supported accommodation. But his mum and dad say that care broke down and William began to struggle. Then one April evening, they got a phone call. William had been sectioned and taken to a secure mental health unit.
It's like the floor falls away from you. We both ended up crying.
What was your access to him like?
Yeah, locking in, locking out. I mean, the same sort of securities you'd find in a jail.
We would take him out and he would still be saying, why have they done this to me? Why can't I go back to where I was? What have I done wrong?
Janice and Matthew took their son home after 2 months, but they say the damage had already been done.
He's always been quite confident about going to new places, and then all of a sudden he started having panic attacks. He was terrified about being locked up, he was terrified about meeting new people.
William's now in new housing where his parents say he's thriving, but their fight is only just beginning.
Do not give up the fight.
Today, joining others in a campaign against what they describe as the inappropriate hospitalisation of people with learning disabilities.
What people want is community homes, living in their community so their families and their friends can be around them, not locked away in tiny little rooms in institutions. It's costing, must be around £50 million to fund the services for people in these specialist units. Let's invest that money in local communities so that people can enjoy their lives with their families around them.
The Welsh Government told us it takes the care of vulnerable people very seriously and it's committed to reducing the number of people with learning disabilities who are housed in a hospital setting. But it doesn't agree that people are being systematically detained inappropriately in mental health units.
If he had continued in that environment where he couldn't have the things that he required to self-regulate and monitor his own behaviour, he would soon have been showing signs of mental illness. But they're not necessarily signs. That's what autism does for you. It makes you behave in ways that are sometimes unpredictable or very challenging and difficult.
And you respond to the environment in which you are in. So if the environment is inappropriate, the behaviours and responses will be inappropriate.
We need action.
This family can't undo the past, but they hope by speaking out today, they can rewrite the future for others. Katie Fenton, ITV News.
Well, I'm joined now by Zoe Richards, who is the Chief Executive from the charity Learning Disability Wales. Good to see you. Some really tough stories there, hearing from campaigners today. Really heartbreaking experiences, very graphically told.
I think it's more than heartbreaking. It's absolutely dehumanising for both the people who are trapped in these situations and their families and carers. We imagine that people have access to their belongings. You know, the parents there talked about not having his things. And when you're locked away, you have nothing. You have no personal belongings, no items, no favourite chair to sit on. None of these things that we regularly take for granted with being in a home. So
where does responsibility lie? Welsh Government says health boards and local authorities are responsible for accommodation and care plans. Who should be making the system work?
Well, ultimately, Welsh Government are responsible for ensuring that local authorities and health boards are working together to provide the support that this group of people need. Welsh Government have a strategy, and within that strategy, they talk about people, this group of people, and and they're not acting on the strategy. The strategy isn't coming to life for the people that we saw outside of the Senedd today.
Because we heard they're saying that William responded to his environment, and if the environment is just a small locked room, well, of course his behaviour is going to go downhill. What can families do?
It's very difficult for families. Families are trying to fight the process. Often people are removed without their family's knowledge, and it's a very difficult situation. Families are going to the Children's Commissioner, families are going to the Welsh Government, families coming to our organisations. And as a chief executive of an organisation, I should feel that I have some power to change things, but the reality is that I don't, and that's why the protest took place today.
OK, Zoe Richards, thank you very much indeed for that.